Hello, my name is Joana Aguiar and my presentation is about the use of corpus linguistics to explore linguistic patterns and meanings in the classroom. This presentation explores the potential of corpus linguistics and corpus-based online tools in English language classes, namely in the resolution of collocations and in the identification of instances of semantic change. Now, to test the use of online tools based on corpus linguistics, I conducted a pilot study in 10th grade classes. The main objectives of this pilot study were, to test the potential of corpus linguistics and corpus-based online tools in English language classes, and to bring students' attention to words and expressions that might not be accessed via intuition or direct grammatical transposition from L1, in this case Portuguese. According to Francis, 1983, a corpus is a collection of texts assumed to be representative of a given language, dialect, or other subset of a language, to be used for linguistic analysis. Taking this definition into account, corpus linguistics can be used to study language variation and change, quantify linguistic phenomena, and identify linguistic patterns. Moreover, corpus linguistics provides valuable data-driven insights into how English is used in real-world contexts. As corpora provide authentic language use, they can be used in classroom contexts to identify word usage patterns, frequency, and collocation patterns. In this respect, the study of phraseology rather than single-unit analysis is central to corpus linguistics, as Sinclair 1991 refers. Also, Aguiar 1998 emphasizes the relevance of phraseology study in second language proficiency. Nonetheless, phraseology is often given a minor role in language classes and supporting teaching materials. According to Huston 2007, the fact that sometimes dictionary definitions do not provide information about the unit of meaning may be misleading to foreign speakers of English, who sometimes use phrases in a way that sounds amusing and unnatural to native speakers. In this respect, corpus linguistics may be helpful. Exploring corpora provides learners' proficiency and develops metalinguistic awareness. Also, by aligning classroom activities with authentic language data, corpus linguistics bridges the gap between theoretical knowledge and practical language use, making learning more relevant and effective. Also, by developing their grammatical competence, corpus-based activities also boost their communicative strategy. Considering that collocation is the statistical tendency of words to co-occur, as Bennett 2004 poses it, this study departed from 4 collocation and 5 tasks associated with them. The purpose is for students to explore the potential of corpus linguistics analysis in the classroom, become familiar with various online resources and platforms, and evaluate which one best meets their needs in completing the assignment. This study was conducted in 5 10th grade classes from a secondary school in the northeast of Portugal. A total of 59 surveys were collected. All students are enrolled in general secondary programs, 22 in sciences and technologies, 6 in socioeconomic sciences, 11 in social and human sciences, and 20 in visual arts. The online tools used were the Cambridge Learners Dictionary, OSDIC, SCAL, the Urban Dictionary, and the British National Corpus. In relation to the tasks, students had to fulfill 5 tasks associated with the collocations or phrases that you may see in the slide: come to terms with, be fond of, be sick, and let alone. That will be explored in the next slide. After completing the tasks, students answered an online survey via menti.com. The online survey aimed to evaluate the impact of using the online tools involving corpus linguistics and the extent to which they would likely use some of them in the future. Cambridge Learners Dictionary is an online dictionary for intermediate learners of English, B1 and B2 levels, According to the website's description, it contains simple definitions and thousands of carefully chosen example sentences from the Cambridge English Corpus, a database of over 2 billion words. AusDic is an online English collocation dictionary based on the British National Corpus. It displays all the words frequently used in combination with each head word, including nouns, verbs, adjectives, adverbs, prepositions, and common phrases. It also provides examples and elementary grammatical information. According to the information available on the website, it is designed to help language learners and users write and speak natural-sounding English. SCEL stands for Sketch Engine for Language Learning. It is a free, user-friendly tool designed for English students and teachers. By typing a given word or expression, users access selected sentences taken from existing corpora, which allows them to quickly check how a specific word or phrase is used by speakers in various contexts. SCELs retrieves sentences from Wikipedia articles, selected parts of the English Web 2013 corpus and the BNC corpus, an English website scrolled by the Web Bootcat tool, totaling 57 million sentences. In addition to the tab that provides corpus examples, users can access the word sketch and similar word tabs. Word sketch displays the frequency of occurrence according to syntactic context, and the similar words tab presents the most frequent synonyms in a word cloud format. Urban Dictionary is a crowdsourced online dictionary of slang words and phrases. The dictionary entries, definitions, and examples are proposed by users and are subject to approval. The British National Corpus (BNC) is a 100 million words collection featuring samples of written and spoken language from a diverse range of sources from the late 20th century. It is freely accessible online, although registration is requested. So in this slide, we see the worksheet. The collocations that you have in the worksheet were selected from the syllabus and vocabulary content to be covered in the 10th grade. The only exception is Task 1, Come to Terms With. This task was based on Uston 2007. The objective is to explore the semantic prosody of the phrase. Although most dictionaries list the object of this phrase as non-human, the examples from the British National Corpus pair the expression with human entities. In Task 2, students must search for the expression to be fond of and identify whether the subject is commonly a human entity, somebody, or something. Resorting to the online tools, they should also determine the grammatical category of fond. Task 3 involves the expression be sick. Students should conjugate the verb if needed. The objective is to explore whether the connotations of sick are negative or positive. Well, although the expression it is sick or simply sick has been used with a positive connotation to refer to cool things, this definition is not yet dictionarized. Considering the platforms and the assessment, at the time of this presentation, only Urban Dictionary listed this meaning. In Task 4, students should search for the phrase let alone and identify the most frequent context of use. The British National website offers information on the type of corpus, written or oral, and Cambridge Learner's Dictionary provides information on the sentence semantic context. To complete the task, each student was required to use the laptop, tablet, or cell phone. While all the students could exchange ideas with colleagues, the task was performed individually. When exploring both the Cambridge Learner's Dictionary and the Urban Dictionary, students tend to rely on the first hit or the first information displayed. The fact that the selected collocations were not the most salient uses of the term under analysis meant that it was crucial to develop the ability to search further. In practical terms, this meant scrolling down or using Ctrl+F in some cases. It was clear that in some cases, students lacked basic digital competences, namely in finding and retrieving specific information. If we look to the information that we have displayed in the slide, according to the survey, most students enjoy this task. 37% agreed and 25% strongly agreed with the statement, "Overall, I enjoy this task." Only 7 students did not enjoy this activity. Also, 84% reported that they learned a lot about English through this task, and 83% became familiar with new tools for learning English. Finally, 69.5% indicated that they will make use of these online tools in the future. Figure 2 displays the result of the question, which tool would you use to find the definition of a word? 51% would use the Cambridge Learner's Dictionary and 17% indicated SCAL. Although SCAL is mainly used as a corpus engine to retrieve real data, students also explored the tab Similar Words, which displays similar words in a word cloud format. In order to check possible crosstabs between the answers to this question and the branch of studies, this variable was verified. Most students answering SCAL are enrolled in arts and sciences and technology. OSDIC, on the other hand, is preferred by students enrolled in humanities. Figure 3 displays the results to the question, which tool would you use to find the collocation of a word? Results are more dispersed. 35% of the students would use Cambridge Learner's Dictionary, 25% OSDIC and 25% SCAL. No correlation between the option selected and the area of study was found. Finally, question 5 asked students which their favorite tool was. Results show that although most students prefer Cambridge Learner's Dictionary, 25% selected the Urban Dictionary and 22% SCAL. While no relevant differences were found according to the study branch, Urban Dictionary was mostly selected by students enrolled in arts and humanities branches. This pilot study is an exploratory work on how corpus linguistics may be used in English foreign language settings. The task aimed to raise students' awareness that meaning does not exist except in context, and that some verbs select specific prepositions or other grammatical categories to form specific meanings. Furthermore, students had the opportunity to explore the meaning and uses of fixed expressions. Semantic change was also tackled with the collocation to be sick. Overall, applying corpus linguistics to language exploration proved to be a highly productive task. Fundamentally, it was more than a task about a grammar topic. The task introduced some online tools based on corpus linguistics and facilitated the exploration of data-driven materials. It was an incentive for students to develop strategies to learn how to learn and to diversify the didactic approaches to grammar teaching. As a teacher, I had a minor role in students' fulfillment of the task. My role was to facilitate their interaction with the online tools and clarify any doubts they may have had. By integrating activities involving corpus linguistics, students become familiar with useful resources in English language learning that might be useful in the future. Furthermore, these activities are student-centered and result-oriented, thus having a positive impact on language learning.